Hi, Sarah here from Sacred Tree, and I'm in the shop today doing a lot of mixing and preparing. So today I thought I'd show you again how I do extracts. So that's what we would call tinctures. It's an alcohol liquid that we use to extract the medicine. And this beautiful root right here is called Kava. What I like to use Kava for specifically is for anxiety. It really helps bring down the anxiousness, and it does it pretty well. So I like to make extracts with it. You can make tea with it. There is a process to cook it if you want the most benefit from it. You know, there's a long, slow cooking process. You squeeze it out and all that stuff. Extracts are very good too. So I use a moderately higher percentage of alcohol, so I would be probably using 60 to 70% alcohol. This is my alcohol right here. It's pre-mixed. So at Sacred Tree I use an organic cane alcohol, and I mix my own potencies. So this is mixed to just basically 60% alcohol. So it's a little bit stronger than your 100 proof vodka. And I've got my my herbs weighed out here. I make a 1 to 5 with dried plant material, and this is the kava root. I've already got it weighed out to right around 6 ounces of root, and it's going to be 6 ounces of root to as much alcohol as I can fit in there, and a six ounces of herb to 32 ounces, which is a quart. 32 ounces of alcohol is a 1 to 5 tincture. It's probably going to be a little bit stronger, so later I'll do the math, but it's pretty much going to be 1 to 5. And what I do is I get my handy little funnel here, which makes my life so much easier and less messy. And then I put my kava root in the quart-sized jar as such. Get it all in there, and then I'm going to pour my alcohol in there. And at this point I like to fill it up not all the way. Oh, I don't have a lid. I should go get a lid. But the lid, when I get the, usually when I have the, hold on just one second. So when I get the lid on it, I'm going to shake it like that. I'm going to move all this stuff over here. And then I'm going to take my alcohol again here and then fill it up all the way, just to make sure everything gets incorporated. And then right before I get to the top, I like to shake it again. And then the tinctures, I like to go all the way to the top. You don't necessarily have to go all the way, but why not? You can leave a slight bit of headspace so when you shake it, it actually can move around. And then I'm going to label this properly. So I'll say kava root, I'll say today's date, and I'll say the potency. And also for housekeeping here, I say, you know, what batch the kava came from, what the company and the batch. But for home use, you don't have to do that. And this is gonna get on my list for tinctures I have macerating. And then when it's done, I'm gonna strain it out and obviously reserve the alcohol, and then we dose it accordingly. Depends on the person, depends on how big they are, you know, what their size is, what their deal, you know, what's going on in their life. Sometimes I mix this, so it's not just kava. I might mix a few anxiolytic herbs in there for people. Other ones I really like for anxiousness or lemon balm. I like Schizandra berry. Skullcap is exceptionally good. Ashwagandha is another one. And so this is considered an anxiolytic, and then there is a whole classification of herbs that are adaptogens that can be anxiolytic too, like ashwagandha, schizandra can be, you know, and then I like to use some nervines like passion flower, skullcap, even chamomile, lemon balm. There's so many different choices. So that's the tincture of Kava. I'm going to label it properly. This is a relic label I got to get off here and put it in to macerate for about 6 weeks or so, 4 to 6 weeks, and then strain it out and use it for medicine.